Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to do some readings specific to your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus to get some, as you can see by the title, love messages and guidance for this month of January 2023. So feel free to check, as I mentioned, those specific placements. And if you have stelliums or are drawn towards another one, then check that one as well. Take the messages as they resonate. Don't force them to fit. You will know if the message is for you or not. And take it with a grain of salt as well, because I'm not being held responsible or liable for whatever shit goes down on in your love life. All right, capiche, cool. All right, let's dive into this, my loves. Hey Taurus placements, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So first of all, I'm feeling a very, it's a very distinct heaviness in the chest and the heart chakra. Probably why I felt called to light a heart chakra incense before even beginning the series. So I've already done Aries, I've already filmed Aries, now I wanted to start with y'all. I feel the need to be a bit more grounded in y'all's readings. Sip on some water throughout this reading, okay guys? And I have some too, so we'll be sipping together, and we sip right now. All right, let's see. For Taurus placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and our stelliums, what are the themes for January 2023 for Cancer placements for their highest and greatest good? 2 surrender messages, please, 1 at a time, face up. Surrender to success. Interesting. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Interesting. It seems like you guys have it all at your fingertips, and yet you guys are acting blind. Maybe you've been looking so long in the mirror or at what you've wanted that it's become distorted, is the word I'm getting, and like the feeling. It's like when you look too much and too hard at something that you want or that you're trying to admire or observe, and then it just becomes a little too funky. I'm almost even getting the Alice in Wonderland effect. By, like, when I say that, I mean like the visionary aspect of it. When you look at something or someone for too long, and then like their bodies and their heads and features become you know what the fuck I'm trying to say, y'all. Okay, so articulation maybe not the strongest suit for you guys in your romantic relationships this month. I'm already gonna say that. But nevertheless, I feel there is something good that already is there or is already coming together for y'all, and you guys are in denial of it, period. Stop looking back to what has happened as a gauge, if you will, of measuring of what success can look like for you now or in the future. Felt very called to say that as well. 1 more surrender message, please, for Taurus placements. Surrender to complete healing. Yeah, I like that. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So it looks like many of you may have been, in a sense, purging when it comes to your romantic relationships, or what love dynamics feel like, look like, all that jazz. Lots of emphasis on the sacral chakra, on the solar plexus, the crown, and the heart for you guys here. It feels like you guys know what to do, but you're afraid of taking that step, or you're afraid of seeing it through. It almost feels like you guys are not allowing yourself to just have it. And that speaks to some self-worth issues here as well. There's also a part of you guys that don't believe that you can have it, or that you should have it. Some of you may be struggling with trying to figure out how that healing needs to happen in terms of the dynamic of a relationship. Maybe you know what to do on your own, but when it comes to interacting with another person, not so much. Not sure what to do because obviously you can't control another person's actions or words or behaviors. All you can do is control your own. Maybe that's where you might be torn up, because while you want one thing, what you keep seeing with another interaction with another is something else altogether. And maybe it patches up for a little bit, but then you're like, so we're back on our same shit, yeah? Maybe that's part of the lesson for you guys. Maybe part of the success has to do with what you define success as. Ooh, felt a ping in my heart chakra there. What does success mean when it comes to love and relationships? Does it have to mean that it's a marriage, that it's a X amount of time, like X amount of months or years in order for it to be a success? No. So why confine yourself in those normalized standards? Just because they're normalized doesn't mean that they're okay or that they are normal. Excuse me for being redundant. All right, let's move on to the next deck, which I've been shuffling for a minute now. Romance angels, what do y'all have to say? Chime in, shall we? For Taurus placements for January 2023, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Separation. Yeah. What does success actually mean to y'all? Maybe the way to success is through this, so you can have this. Not gonna resonate with everyone, but for some people, yes. Let's see. Let's see what the other messages are before we form any conclusions, okay? Yeah. I think the essence of it is that some time is needed. And in order for you to have a better perspective, some space is also needed. So even if it's not literal breakup or literal, interesting, bottom of the deck just caught me off guard here. Bird confirmation, thank you, Spirit. Even if it's not literal breakup or separation, it does not mean that some space, some healthy space is not needed. I definitely see that here. Especially with the bottom of the deck here, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, and that could be you. That could be both of you, but it could be you as well, or the other person. With this card specifically, I always get the sense of ego. So while there's a part of you that wants to hold on while the person is trying to walk away, there's a part of you that still wants to let go, push away. There's like this push-pull dynamic that I'm picking up on, and it's gotta go. One more underneath that bottom of the deck, under deception, we have healing family issues. So it is likely you're purging a lot of your childhood inner wounds this month through your romantic relationships. Whether you are single or not does not matter. When it comes to this aspect of your life, the love and the inner wounds, it is being flared so this can happen, so this can happen. It's not that it's not happening, all right? Don't let whatever is happening in front of your eyes fool you into thinking success and complete healing is not for you or is not happening, all right? Felt very called to have to speak on that for a second. So, yeah. I'm gonna leave that there. Now, lastly, we have the Lover's Oracle. Let's see, lastly, for Taurus placements, who would like to come through for Taurus placements? We're gonna take a sip here, okay guys? Sip of water. Okay. What are some themes for January 2023 for Taurus placements? If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Focus more on what feels right and your inner knowing in your heart, the true compass of your soul versus what you think you should be doing or what your eyes and your ego are perceiving to be the only truth. Ask yourself if you are actually aligned with everything that's unfolding in your love life. Are you acting out of integrity? Are you being authentic to yourself and your partner or potential partner? Also, another word coming through is, do you feel like you're settling? And not from a place of like healthy humanness of doubt. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this hovering feeling of, fuck, I deserve so much better. Why am I putting up with this? Why do I do this? If you're asking yourself that a lot or questioning that a lot, honey, what are y'all doing? All right, one more. Oh yeah, I think it is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What did I say to y'all? Fuck. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. You can't make this shit up. Oh my God. I want to like come through and just like tightly squeeze all of y'all and just like comfort y'all and reassure y'all, because like it does not get more direct than this. Fuck this. Let it happen. Focus on what's coming through as this is the stepping stone to this, okay? Okay? Like I literally just said, use your heart as the compass, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I love you guys. Let me know in the comments below how it resonates. Tag or send this to another Taurus fellow friend, mate, whatever placement they have. Send them some healing. Send yourself some healing. Focus on the heart chakra this month, my loves. Wear some greens and pinks. Support yourself through this time period. I feel some grief. I feel some heaviness. I feel some is whatever energy, but at the same time, like, you know, it's not whatever because you give a shit about it. So stop covering it up. Stop covering it up with the smoking and the drinking and the cold, distant facade, because it ain't fooling anybody. And it sure as hell is not doing you and your body and your spirit any better. So pull it together. Let this happen. It happens by you diving into whatever comes up as a result of this. Respond, don't react, and see what comes up, and then succumb to the greatness that follows shortly after, or that is already presenting itself to you. Remember, these readings are timeless. You could come across this 5 years from now, and it still resonate at that time period for you. You could come across this now and feel like you already went through this 3 years ago. It does not matter. As I mentioned before, take the messages how they resonate. And yeah, I would really love to know your Taurus placement below and how it resonates with you. And definitely check your other placements, all right? I love you guys. I really do. You got this. You got this.